Yeah, obviously not the result that we wanted, but Kent State's a really good team. They did what they had to do. They played their game. I thought we were really good in stretches, and then we had some lulls. And against a team like Kent State, you can't afford to give up some of those runs. Yet and still, at the end of the game, we were in it. About 5 minutes to go. I thought it was anybody's game. And give Kent State credit. They made the plays that they needed to make. And we kind of, some good stuff that we can continue to build on and stuff that we need to get corrected.
Hey, Coach. So my name is Luke Grebman. I'm the sports editor for the Eastern Echo. It's a pleasure to finally talk with you.
Good to meet you, Luke.
So my first question, a majority of your players chose to kneel for the national anthem. Can you talk about your team's decision as to why they chose to kneel?
Yeah, I think it's something that they met early in the year. This is a group that's been very proactive, really, since they've been here in terms of fighting for equality, justice, and what I really like is that I feel that they've gone about it the right way. This summer some of them went to the University of Michigan and got with the Michigan athletes and they protested peacefully and in the right way. And then they met as a team early in the year to talk about what they wanted to do as a group to do our part to help in that fight. And, some decided to kneel and some stand. And, it's something that I've been really proud of, the way that they've handled it and the way that they've done their part to bring light to the situation.
What does the fight against racial and social injustice mean to you?
Excuse me?
What does the fight against racial and social injustice mean to you?
I think a lot of it is bringing it to the forefront, making sure everybody's clearly aware of the perspectives that our student athletes have and bringing awareness to it. I think that's first and foremost. And then, listen, what they're doing is not a simple thing. It takes courage to go up there and know that you're going to do something that a lot of people aren't going to be okay with and still do it. I couldn't be more proud of, this team has done a lot of really good things, this year. And this is one of them, the way that they've gone about it respectfully and still doing it the right way, in my opinion, I think is important. This is a platform. These aren't just college students. These are student athletes. And because they do have this platform, they have a little bit more, let's say, exposure, to reach out to other people and bring awareness. So them kneeling before the game in the national anthem is something that they've chosen to do amongst other things. And I think, I applaud them for the way they're doing it.
Okay. Just a few more questions. I'm getting to more game content. So you guys just came back from a road trip. How does it feel to be back in Ypsilanti?
Yeah, obviously playing at home is always a good feeling. The Vegas trip I thought was good for us. I thought, again, it speaks to our team's discipline, the fact that we were able to go to Las Vegas and compete and play, a top 25 team in Gonzaga and really make a game of it, and then play a up-and-coming Tarleton team and just before Christmas break, which isn't always the easiest thing. So, it was nice to make that trip, but it's even nicer to come home and get a chance to play 2 home games.
So Holman, real quick on the Gonzaga game, I wasn't able to watch it, so I want to ask you about a specific performance. Jenna Ancarico had 27 points that game. What exactly caused her to have such a prolific offensive performance in that game?
She was in a good space. She was in a good rhythm, and she was incredibly aggressive. This is not the first time Jenna has had a game like that. You know, last year at Western Michigan, I think she had 31. So she's a capable scorer. You know, the thing is, Jenna is naturally wired to be a facilitator and make sure everybody's good. But for us to be, I think, the best version of our team, we're going to need her to have a scorer's mentality. And against Gonzaga, she had exactly that. And that's part of the reason we were efficient and effective against the Zags.
Then just last question. Watching your team, all these games this season, it seems that at any moment, just somebody could just pop off for a ton of points, whether it's Sanara Scanes, Ariana Combs, so we were talking about Jenna Ancarico. What is your team's offensive philosophy?
Well, we want to get downhill. We want to play fast in transition. We want to use our athleticism to our advantage. In the half court, we want to move the ball and still continue to get downhill and be opportunistic from the three-point line. I thought we got some really good looks today at the rim. We just didn't finish them. I mean, our guards got downhill. We just have to make layups. And then, you know, going into the game, we knew we were going to have to make some threes. Unfortunately, we didn't shoot it particularly well from the three-point line. But I think that's something that we can continue to get better at. And part of it is fine-tuning our offense and getting the right people, the right shots. So that being said, I think if we make the layups, that puts a lot of pressure on defenses, forces them to collapse, which allows you to get even better three-point shots. So I think we're headed in the right direction, but there's still some work to be done there.
Thanks a lot, Coach. That's all the questions I have. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Luke.